You know what? I just said all of that on mute.
You
Clearly.
did.
I know. Like y'all saw my whole mouth moving. Ain't nobody saying, Nikia, you on mute. That's fine. It's okay. It's gonna be one of them nights.
That's not what had happened though.
Listen, it's okay though. Welcome to the Muzzle Is Off Podcast, where I'm your host, Nikia Monet. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on?
Hey.
People running late when it's Good Wednesday, and that's all right. Okay.
That's all right. I got Dr. Love Jones coming in for you and hold you down.
Yeah.
Yep. I sure do.
I got Love Jones. I had to do it. I had to hit it. I had to hit that Love Jones real quick. Yeah. Y'all know that's my movie. That's my good song. That's my movie. That's my everything right there. I used to watch that movie every single night. I'm telling y'all. Love Jones, okay? But that ain't what we talking about tonight. We ain't talking about Love Jones, okay? We are talking, let me say this, because I had to end last week because I had the mental bandwidth to continue because I had some other things I needed to get to. But I said we will bring it back for a good part two. And the reason why I said we was going to bring it back for part two was because I said we didn't touch the surface of what we was actually really talking about anyway last week because we went off into a whole nother realm and a whole nother area. Somehow, somewhere we started talking about BDSM type stuff, domination and all this extra stuff. Somehow, some way we started talking about, psychological warfare, other things, we started talking about other things outside of cheating. And I was like, I want to recenter, I want to refocus, and I want us to really get into the conversation about cheating. And cheating, not just the physical aspect of cheating, but the mental aspect of cheating, all things as it relates to and as it pertains to cheating. What does this say? Okay. And I wanted us to talk about that for the simple fact that I believe that it is an important topic for everybody to discuss because it's one of these things that we consider is so taboo. It's something that it's an uncomfortable conversation when you bring up cheating. No one wants to touch it. No one wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to skirt around it. Everyone wants to kind of do this little curve thing around it. But nah, I said we're going to hit it head on this week and let's just deal with cheating. So, right, bro? Right. All right. So bringing some more people in as the people come in. I'm gonna be adding y'all to the good conversation as y'all come. Hey Marcus. Hey Daryl. Daryl got your name right. Look at that. And Omar, you want to be called Omar?
Huh?
You want to be called Omar?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cause that's what Okay. All right. So Omar.
Yep.
What is cheating?
Oh, just. Oh, I mean, a lot of things could be just. My idea of it is when you committed to getting in a relationship with somebody and you say it's just going to be you two, but you entertaining others and then doing things with others, then that all falls under cheating with me.
Mm-hmm. Daryl, what's cheating?
You still talking to me?
No, Daryl may be having some issues with his sound.
Oh,
Omar, you wasn't finished? Go ahead.
Oh, and I mean, just like I said, when you meet somebody, y'all start talking, everything going good, or so one of y'all think everything is going good, then decide to be exclusive, just gonna be you two, but then here comes the late night DMs, the late night texts, the calls, and I'm going over here, and next thing you know, you at somebody else's house though. But so, like I said, all of that, all them actions and activities fall under cheating with me, because when it comes to me, you didn't have to do it. You could have just said, hey, you ain't my type, and I'll leave you alone. I mean, I have no problem walking away from you and never saying another word to you. I've never been the stalker type like that. If a female turns me down, then hey, that's just it. Just find another one. I mean, I don't have to harass nobody to get noticed or nothing like that. So me, I have no problem walking away, leaving folks alone because like well, I tried to say it last week, but little slogan that I got, I mean, you could choose to leave or you could choose to deceive. So it's all up to you. I mean, just which way you gonna do it. I mean, because like I said last week, cheating never made sense to me. I mean, especially when it comes to cheating with people and when they say problems at home or whatever, and then you go and cheat, like that just fixed the problem at home when you just compounded it.
Added on to it.
When the other person finds out that that's what you went out and did, now here comes some more on top of whatever problem was there. But I realized cheating wasn't for me when I tried to cheat on a math test and I failed worse than the dude I cheated from.
You know what?
So I knew cheating wasn't for me. It was never going to work out for me. So that's why I have just no interest in doing it. I don't even entertain doing it. If I'm dating a woman or whatever and things get to falling down and falling apart or whatever, I don't treat it like a job. You go get another one before you quit this one. I
like how that sounds.
I let it fall apart. If it's gonna fall apart, then I go and look if I want to go and deal with somebody again. But yeah, I don't, just because a relationship is going bad, I'm not back out in the street trying to find a replacement already.
Right.
So cheating, basically, from what I hear you basically saying is cheating is when you're trying to find a replacement before you actually done with who you're with.
Yeah. And whatever, because like last week when I was talking about my cousin, how he has 12 women on speed dial, and I actually counted it because we had a family reunion in 2017 and we drove to California. And so the whole road trip, all these women called, and he doesn't have none of them named on his phone. It's just the number showed up, but he knew exactly who it was when he answered. And he said damn near the same lines to all 12 of them. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Why do you have 12 females that you're dealing with?
12 at the same time.
Yeah. And then that's when he gave me some nonsense that they all got traits that he likes. So if he can build a woman out of all those 12, then he would. And I'm like, dude, I wanted to slap when I was driving. But that to this day still doesn't make any sense to me. But this is the same cousin that I was telling y'all last week will get mad if one of these other 12 talk to another dude. Now he claims he ain't committed to nobody, so he's not technically cheating, but you're dealing with 12 females telling them whatever it is you're telling them, and it must be something good because they keep coming back. So I doubt you're telling them, hey, you just a number. And I mean, and if he is, and they that stupid to come back, then hey, that's on them then. If you know straight from the gate, you just a number and an option, and you still keep coming dealing with this dude, then I don't see where you got too much room to say anything.
You know, here's my whole thing. It's not cheating if you're not committed to anybody. That's my honest opinion. If I have not formed a commitment, we have not engaged in a commitment, something might potentially feel like cheating when you find out that a person whom you're not in a committed relationship is seeing other people, but it's not exactly cheating because you two have not even formed the bond that you are going to be in a monogamous relationship committed to each other. Now, where I think where this is where I'm talking. This one, and I said we're going to define cheating for the simple fact that you have a lot of single people out here that profess their singleness, but at the same time show various different levels of commitment to various different people at different stages of their relationship with these people, right? So now you can't profess singleness and then, like your cousin, want committed acts, right? Like you don't want these women to see other people, but yet you are seeing 12 women. So in that aspect, those women would be probably, maybe, under the guise of that they're actually in a relationship with him, when really and truly it's like they I don't even know what the hell that's called. They got a whole bunch of them, you know what I'm saying? And who knows who's using condoms or whatever the case may be. I don't even know. So you got 12 different women sharing his fluid, they sharing all their fluids, they just sharing stuff all at one time, which I think is utterly disgusting. That's my opinion. I just think that's disgusting.
Oh no, it is. I tell him that all the time that he
there's just too much bacteria running around in everybody's cooch and penis for people to be sharing with all the many peoples. Okay, it's just way too much. The vagina got its own level of pH. I'm sure, I don't know what the hell y'all penises got, but y'all penises, if you have sex with people raw, y'all penises got pH balances of every single last woman that y'all having sex with raw in it, and then you want to come and upset somebody that likes to keep their pH balance normal. No, keep your little dirty dick to yourself. Don't nobody want that. And I don't care if it's a rubber one either. How about that, Gail? Rubber dicks included. Okay? Yep. Rubber dicks included.
This is how we get deviated off the topic.
I'm just saying rubber dicks is included. Okay.
This is how we get deviated off the topic.
Because I don't watch that whole good video with the women with them strap-ons and stuff telling y'all, what was that video called? Whatever that was called, I was watching it too, because I said, I'm going to learn something new today. And I watched it, and the girl said, no, I don't like putting a condom on my dick because so-and-so and so. And I'm like, wait a minute. But she did say she boiled it, though. She said that. She said she boiled it and everything to disinfect it. So I just said, well, you know what? She clearly is not having back-to-back with multiple people. Yep. So she ain't a cheater because she boils the dick and then uses it again.
Well, she's poly, so her relationship looks different, a lot different than someone in a monogamous relationship.
Well, we ain't talking about the poly people. I'm just saying that
I'm just saying
poly is very different, right? Because they have open and honest communication. They're very transparent, so they fully understand, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with the multiples that they are with. We get poly. You shouldn't, if you are in a polyamorous relationship, there should not be cheating. If you are cheating in a poly type situation, you're really not poly. You're just a liar. You're fake poly. You know what I'm saying? Because poly is all built around transparency. Everybody should know who everybody's licking, kissing, all that stuff. They should know that.
I mean, they're supposed to be in the same house, aren't they?
No, that's polygamy. It's different. You know, I'm gonna need y'all to learn your definitions.
I was just about to ask that myself.
It's a different definition for everything, though. Ain't nothing. Everything has a subtitle nowadays.
Friend.
Everything.
Hi,
friend.
what's poppin'?
Come on here, chest out everything. Friend, we had the same idea. We said we're gonna have these chests out today. We had the same idea,
it was meant to be. It wasn't intentional.
Listen, it's there though.
It's there.
Boom. So listen, so like I said, so you know, this is why we're talking about cheating, right? Now, Daryl, we know you the former cheater. Amen. Former, you know, there's an X in front of that. Ex-cheater, former cheater. Friend, you ever cheated?
No.
Me either, friend. I ain't never cheated. Gail, I know you said you cheated one, huh?
Wait a minute, y'all. So y'all never had an emotional affair either?
No. Not me.
I never had no emotional affair.
When I was done, I was done, and I wanted to move on. So I didn't want to keep the old person in the background. You just had to go. There was no need for you. I wanted something else.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Okay. I feel like a sheep in the midst of a bunch of wolves out here.
First of all, I don't understand why you the sheep. Okay.
No, because I say that's a little
Because-
savagery you got going on.
I
Why you gotta
know.
be
He
you
the
the
former
savage?
cheater, and he over here
I'm
saying
the former. I ain't
he the
cheating no
sheep.
more.
No,
I'm
but
just-
you
I'm
still
just
got some
former.
type of savagery
I
in
know.
you.
Well, you know, it is what it is. That's old. That's BC. That's old now. It's all good.
God
Lord
bless.
Jesus.
It is all good. I love
It's
when
all
the hoes say they hoes. That's what I like. It's okay if we had a whole moment, a whole year,
Right.
a whole season, a whole
I had a
season.
season. You had a season.
Marcus,
Okay,
we not talking
you could
about
be a
the whole
reformed
season.
hoe,
Oh,
but you're
okay.
still a hoe, and that's okay. You are reformed, but you're still a hoe.
Reformed. Amen.
Reformed. It's
brother.
okay. It's okay. Just know that
Reformed.
for a
It's
saint is just a
reformed.
sinner who fell down.
And got back up.
Hello.
It got back up.
That's it. It's all good though. Who
That's
judging?
it.
Nobody. Not
Nobody.
nobody here. Not nobody here. We just acknowledging truth.
Right.
And that's why I said no, we're gonna do part 2. There was some other people that's supposed to be on here for the good part 2, but it's okay. But that's why I said we was gonna do part 2, because at the end of the day, everybody had, let me say this, because y'all love to get on me and I say what I say and I still stand in it. Everybody has done something, right? That might be questionable.
Something strange, some change?
Hello.
No,
That's
hell
why.
no,
That's why I asked about the emotional cheating. Because some people don't like to count that as cheating. That's why I asked about the emotional cheating.
Yeah,
that's legit.
And that definitely is legit. I have not emotionally cheated. I should have, though. I felt like he should call.
You should have. You definitely should have.
See, now why do you think you should have instead of just walking away?
Well,
okay, because I know some background stuff. Because Kia, them glasses not real, so sometimes she don't make good judgment calls.
Dang. I mean,
wow.
I mean, forget shade. That's a whole blizzard right there.
My glasses is fly though.
Y'all know I came to bring the pain, hardcore.
Forget shade. That's the whole blizzard right there. I mean,
my friend know I keeps it trill.
God almighty.
Shit, I acknowledge that. I wrote a whole book about it.
Okay.
Yep. She knows she don't make good choices, so I'm here now. She'll make stuff going forward because I wear glasses and they work.
That was a momentary lapse of judgment, friend.
And I pray you never see that ever again.
Okay. That was a momentary lapse in judgment.
Your vision has been restored.
Definitely has been restored.
Amen to that.
I have been redeemed from all that bullshit.
That's not even an X. That was just an example of what not to fucking do, okay?
Ever again in life.
Period.
Okay? So I say all that to say, Elegant said flirting is cheating. I agree, flirting definitely is cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Flirting definitely is cheating. Flirting is cheating.
Wait a minute. Flirting is cheating too?
It is cheating when you're in a committed relationship. Who you flirting with?
Wow.
Exactly.
I'm not in a committed relationship, so I'm not cheating on anybody.
Your eyes should only have eyes for whomever that person is. But look, you can't stop the person from looking now.
No,
you
can't
all have
stop
eyes,
look.
and if they work good, unlike his,
my eyes work.
Yeah, but it's how are you looking though? Are you looking like you want to go over there and say and do something, or
no,
you just
it's degrees to it. It's degrees to it.
Okay.
So let me get this straight.
Go ahead.
Let me get this straight. Y'all saying that after you're in a committed relationship, you should never, ever, ever exchange any type of word of a compliment or anything with anybody else ever again.
That's
not what was being said.
Bring it back. We're talking about flirting.
I know that. Oh, I know. I get that. But everybody defines flirting differently. So if I see a woman, I say, "Hey, that's a nice dress." Somebody may interpret that as flirting when I'm just giving the lady a compliment.
So a random woman, you're just gonna give a compliment to?
Sometimes it's like that.
Well, you might as well ask where she got it from, because unless you're gonna get it for your lady. And I know you don't wear dresses.
No, you just a flirt.
That's gonna be a flirt.
I'm just saying.
Some men are naturally just flirtatious.
Women are
too. That's a red flag anyway. He's saying, how can that be perceived as a flirt? Because if he don't wear dresses, right, and he's not saying for his lady, then boom, that's already gonna clear you. That's why it's a flirt. You don't wear dresses, and you're not saying for my woman, I want to buy that. Where can I get it? It's nice. then boom, you already know. Them your red flags right there.
It's not that though. I mean, it's not that. I mean, sometimes people just need that pick me up. Somebody need to. Sometimes people just need to be acknowledged.
So
I mean, you know, if it's
personal business,
if it's somebody, you know what I'm saying. If I don't know the person, I can see. I'm like, okay, hey, that looks nice on you, or whatever the case may be.
So you
that don't mean I want to sleep with them.
People in the mall and flirt with them.
Nah, if I'm in passing, I do that now. If I see somebody in passing, if I see somebody now.
You're single though, then that's fine. You can do that as a single man. What I'm talking about is as a committed relationship man, somebody just walking, oh, that's a nice dress. If
we see one another, I'm like, oh, you look nice, and I just keep going. That's it.
Well, say good morning, good afternoon, good night. Be safe, get safe, drive well. You know, hey, but you gave her compliments now. Her dress, her hair, her skin. I think that's a little bit too far. Just say good night, get home safely.
How? I mean, I don't get it. How? I mean, maybe. Okay, I'm from the South.
Well, you single though.
I got a whole family from the South, and they don't just.
I'm just saying, we do that. We tell people, hey, you look good. Just keep it moving.
Bunch of cousins, uncles, they don't just do that, and half of them that do it is because they naturally flirtatious.
Oh gosh, okay, but I don't see it as cheating though. If my lady gave a guy a compliment, I wouldn't. If she says, "Oh, you smell good," I wouldn't think that's cheating. She just complimented him.
I think there's degrees to the good flirtatiousness of it all. I'm not walking around randomly complimenting a man on his smell. First of all, why the hell am I that close?
I mean, you could be in passing.
You're just flirtatious and you're just trying to cover that shit up, and that's fine.
Well, I'm the whole advocate. Everybody seeing my name, so pretty much I'm okay with just walking around telling people you look. Well, I don't like to talk to everybody because everybody doesn't really receive that well. But I don't want to talk to everybody, so yeah. But I'm a whole advocate, so the hoes and just say they hoes, and we can work with that. That's part of the accountability. Once the hoes start telling me they hoes, I can work with you.
What we're not going to do, I'm not going to belabor flirting as cheating because I can't be bothered with all of that. Because whatever, people do what they do, and that's for an individual relationship to make that level of a determination as far as, you know, is flirting cheating. That really is for an individual relationship. You got to work that out individually.
What works well for others don't work well for everybody.
Yeah, because some of that stuff really don't work well for everybody. I'm not one that really cares about all that flirtatious shit unless it goes far, and next thing you know, you're getting numbers and all this other extra stuff. And then unless it goes even further and you over here, oh, your perfume smells good. Why the hell is you that close up on her? Like, come on, now you're going a little too deep. You're going a little too far with all of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I believe that every adult should be able to make decisions as far as how they're going to handle themselves inside of a committed relationship. I personally, number one, want to address some things that did take place on last week, okay, which we call cheating psychological warfare.
I say what now?
Cheating is psychological warfare. Cheating,
oh boy,
is a type of cheating that is considered. Some cheaters are cheating due to psychological warfare.
I ain't never heard no shit like that. That's bogus. That's loaded. It's fully loaded.
I'm not buying that. I tried to say it last week. I can't buy that because that just doesn't make any sense.
And I'm telling you, I cheated because I wanted to. It had nothing
I'm about to say, there it is.
I wanted to.
There's no such thing as I got painted into a corner and the only way out is to cheat.
Yeah, that sounds like that. Guys, yeah. A crock.
And so because I wanted to be quiet and just hear what was being said. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder where it was coming from.
I wanted to be quiet to hear what was going to be said. And when
this is not a podcast to be quiet, though. This is a podcast to have a conversation.
No. I needed to be quiet to hear what was being said of the conversation. Like,
we're going to address some things that were said last week. I wanted to start with the good psychological warfare right now, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's look at it. Psychological warfare. Let's go. Go ahead, Gil.
So, this is what I want to say about that, right? Cheating is a behavior of something internal going on, right? And so it's an outward behavior of some internal things. And so
I can agree with that.
We can't dictate, and I'm talking about psychologically, why a person cheats. We can't put anything on it. They cheated. That was the behavior of an internal thing, whether it's mental, whether it's emotional, that's going on. It's not until you get into that person's head and their mind to find out what's going on with them to be able to figure out why they exhibit the behavior that they exhibit. And that's what I mean.
And I can get with that, but that's not exactly what was said last week. I literally had to go back because I was that disgusted with what was said. And I'm just being real. I was utterly disgusted that cheating would ever be compared to psychological warfare, that I had to go back and research this with reputable actual psychologists who said there's no relation. So, but what they did say was what you just said, which it goes back to a behavior, and you have to then look at the individual person's behavior to understand what potentially could have happened in their life to where cheating would be normalized to them. But it has nothing to do with psychological warfare. And let me say this, none of us on this panel are actual clinical psychologists, licensed psychologists, licensed therapists. None of us are psychiatrists. None of us have an MD. None of us are neurologists. I could read a book on the brain. I could read a book on psychology, but that does not make me a psychologist. So we don't offer any levels of diagnosis for people and why they do the effed up things that they do. However, when you make blanket statements like, for some, cheating is psychological warfare. No, I got to go look this up by the psychologist and see what the heck is really going on. Because like I said last week, I called bullshit on all of that, and I still call bullshit on it this week. And then after looking it up and seeing that every single psychological study called bullshit on that, I'm saying it's a total amount of bullshit because it's not psychological warfare. It's built into behaviors of people, which is not exactly what psychological warfare is. I just want to make that abundantly clear for the good people. Because let me tell y'all what y'all not finna do. What y'all not going to do is get me shut down off of Spotify and iHeartRadio for putting out false medical advice. I'm not doing all that stuff. We ain't doing that. And false diagnoses and stuff like y'all ain't gonna get me banned like Trump and stuff like that because people been on report it and said she done said some dumb shit. No, she did not.
Oh, God.
So I know you just went through your disclaimer that none of us are X, Y,
I had to. Because we're not.
Once again, I know you just went through your X, Y, and Z, but I'm trained. I'm a behavior health technician where I study behavior because that is the main focus of my job, is to look at behavior. So behaviorally, I am able to look. Now, I'm not diagnosing, but if I look at a behavior pattern, I am trained to do that.
And that's assessment. I'm not referring to that. I'm literally talking about this topic at hand that we are referring to called cheating. You have not studied the behavior of every single cheater to even make a clinical assumption that a form of cheating could be psychological warfare. And I'm making that abundantly clear because it's not. That's not even proven. That's not even a proven fact. Psychologically, that's not a proven fact. Some people tried to say that it could be tied to a what disorder was that? And they even debunked that and said it's not so. So all I'm saying is this, and I'm making this very clear. If we're gonna state some stuff, and especially as it pertains to psychology, be on your money with it. Say where it's coming from, because everything that I researched said that is complete falsehood. It's not true. But what they do state, they do give the behavior aspect of it. So I agree with behaviors, because there are certain people that have certain characteristics, certain behaviors of what? A cheater. Like what? They lie. They manipulate. Right? They cover. They lust. Some of them have deep lust issues. Some of them have deep trust issues to the point where they don't trust another person. So therefore, the things in which they do causes a behavior like cheating. Now, what they did say, according to the good psychologists of this good world, okay, what does happen is there's a psychological effect on the person that is being cheated on. I agree with that. I said that shit last week. But to say that a form of cheating is psychological warfare, that's incorrect. It's not. Now, some people, depending upon the environment in which they grew up in, like when you have your daddy a cheater, your uncle's a cheater, your grandfather was a cheater, so-and-so was a cheater, all these cheaters running through the family and all this other extra stuff. All you see is a whole bunch of cheating. Daryl, you even mentioned that. You said it in your family. You saw it. You witnessed it, right? So it was kind of like it was okay as long as home was being taken care of. So what happens? Right. Sometimes we can take on the characteristics of the behaviors in which we see.
A lot of followers. Okay, that's cool.
But that ain't psychological warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever, I don't know. Okay, so someone is Facebook user. You just put narcissistic. I don't exactly know who's writing that, but right. A lot of people that suffer from a lot of these narcissistic personality, a lot of them are definitely cheaters.
They're like sociopaths and serial killers, the same characteristics.
Is that a person that's blocked?
Hey, Lakeisha, I sent you the link to join us. Check your Facebook inbox. I sent you the link to join us. What happened? I'm sorry, I had to let her know I sent her the link.
No, I said, is that somebody blocked? That's comment?
You know what? No, so she must be commenting from the group. So if you comment from the group and don't give StreamYard permission to show your name, they're just going to show you as Facebook user.
Oh, okay.
I do block some people, but I don't block everybody. I only block people that irk my whole soul. If you irk me, you getting blocked.
If they irk you, you block them.
Yeah, like if you start doing a little too much on my page,
like heckling.
Like I'm blocking you. Like I'm not doing that. But if we calm, cool, and collected on my page, and you welcome. I don't even care if you don't agree with me. You're still welcome. You feel me?
Where the hoes at?
They not here, friend.
Okay. I'm here for the hoes.
Hey, Nikita. But yeah, so
what a hoes at?
No, so I really wanted to start there because I believe that if we begin to really discuss the behaviors, right? Because I believe that there are certain things, y'all are men, okay? I look as a woman, I can discuss it from a standpoint of I've been cheated on. I have not been a cheater. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all are men. Omar, I know you're not a cheater. And but
we still gonna do it from the same spectrum too. We can do it both ways as well. We've been cheated on too. Our species have been cheated on.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna speak it up from all these good angles. But what I'm really focused on, even right now, is on the male side of it, right? Because Omar never cheated. He just said, you know what? I would literally just leave. I'm cool with that. Daryl's former ex, we got X in front of it, but in that season and in that time, I put the X in that season and that time. That's not what it was. So what I really want to get from Daryl, truth be told, you know what? Nikita said the good God, the whole advocate look is giving her life. You're giving her life.
Thank you.
What I really want to get from Daryl, and then we'll move forward. But what I really want to get from Daryl is in that point, in that time, in that season. What was it within you that was just like outside of just being on the road? Because you said you was on the road, and I get that, and you wouldn't get caught. But something caused a shift, something caused a change, And I really want to go into that as well. Like, why did you even start? Forget the road stuff. Then
was he a truck driver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So back when I started cheating, it was one of those things where like I was just straight up selfish. I felt like that I knew I wouldn't get caught because it wasn't one of those things where like we didn't have Facebook and Instagram and all of these things. So when nobody tagging me or nothing like that.
Oh, you that old? Okay.
Yeah, when nobody tagging me or nothing like that. So it was just one of those things like, hey, you know what? I could live a double life and nobody would know. I had no like now. Man, you can't do nothing because you send a woman a text message, they screenshotting it and discussing it in the group chat now. So, it wouldn't pay for anybody to be a cheater nowadays. So if you're gonna be honest, just say, hey, look, I'm dating multiple people, this is what it is, and just go with that. But back then, I mean, I was selfish. I was probably more insecure than anything else. Because I didn't, I hadn't at the time. I didn't have anything until I came into that life, until I started making all of that money, until I started, being upgraded and stuff like that. And so, because I didn't do it in a younger, I was like, you know what, it's something that I could try because I really tried to be faithful, but at the end of the day, it happened that way.
Were you greedy?
Was I greedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I was greedy, but I had more one night stands than I had anything else. I had more one night stands, and I had maybe two women that I had a steady relationship with. But my ex-wife, I only told her about, I told her about everything, but she only focused on the one woman.
Why she focused on the one woman? Never mind, you ain't gonna answer. What made you stop?
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, what made you stop?
I got saved.
Oh, okay.
Jesus saved you.
He did. And that's why I stopped.
Or else you was in my congregation. You was a part of my whole advocacy. I fight for people like you. See? But you have recovered. You redeemed yourself.
I did.
Partially.
That was it. Yeah, I did.
You're recovering.
That's
still in recovery. Every day, one step at a time.
You know what? He ain't forever in the Cheaters Recovery Group.
Yeah, he's not in my group no more because you got to be an active member. He's not an active member.
I'm not an active member, no.
Yeah, I don't pay your dues because if you pay your dues like in a fraternity, then you become active again. So you are not, you're inactive.
Right.
Just stay inactive, but that doesn't mean it's like a drug addict. You know.
Right.
Just go ahead and one day at a time. Take it one day at a time.
Could we potentially say that some people cheat because it can become addictive?
It was definitely addictive. It was definitely addictive to me because, hey, listen, every town, every weekend, it was somebody different. Now, praise God, I never got any babies. I never had any diseases. I've always protected myself.
Oh yeah,
I never brought any of that stuff home. I never in my life I never had that.
At least everybody had a healthy pH. Okay.
Yeah, but he kept it up. Yeah, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing in disguise. You was in my advocacy because I'm like the Black Heidi Fleiss. So you was up in my avenue, but you ain't catch nothing. So you good.
I didn't catch
good
anything.
For you. That's a blessing.
Did you say the Black Heidi Fleiss?
Listen, and look, she only got caught because she didn't pay taxes. So
ain't that treacherous? That's just so sad. But she made an avenue for me to come in. Take her ass there. It's my time.
She got caught because she didn't pay taxes. Okay, so you can sell what you wanted, but let's get our cut.
So it was only the act of getting saved that caused you to change, because we got some saved cheaters in this world.
That's true, but but see, the difference is I didn't do it. I didn't have a behavior modification. I made a real transformation.
That's a blessing.
Now that's different.
Yeah, it is.
So what you're basically saying is that sometimes you could act like you want to change the behavior, but until you actually do a full transformation of it, you still gonna be in it.
I mean, even now, if I were to get in a serious relationship, it's still that close. It's not one of those things where it's not like, hey, because the enemy know what you like. Once you settle on somebody, shoot, everything that you always wanted is gonna show up at your doorstep. But at this point, I had to make a choice. Is what I have worth trying to go out there and cheat on. That's how I look at it now.
So basically, you had to do a mind shift.
Absolutely.
All right. Keish.
She's on mute.
Keish, you on mute. I can't unmute you.
I can't hear you too good.
There you
I'm
go.
switching phones.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, girl. Let me tell you something. This here, everybody having mic issues and everything tonight, which is fine by me.
Yeah, my junk just jumped out too. I was like, what is going on?
I just saw that.
Talking, I heard nothing.
The mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay.
That's so ghetto. I don't like that. Even though I'm from the ghetto and I love the ghetto, but it's like that was so ratchet. Then my shit just went out like that. Kia, I gotta text you about because you didn't tell me in advance. You came late tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I'm about to get on you, friend. Like, oh my God, you gonna tell me last minute? That's so tacky.
No. Because I had, okay. You know what, friend? We're not gonna do this over live, okay?
That's why I said I was gonna tell you later, but you just insisted on like, look, like you ain't shut it down. You answered it.
Yeah, and because then I thought about it. I'm like, wait, friend.
Ain't no shame in my game.
You know what? No. So anyway,
don't show them how the sausage is made. Just sell it to them.
What the hell?
Don't show them how the sausage is made. They won't buy it like that. Just sell it to them.
Okay.
What? Yeah. So anyway, now, Omar.
Yup.
You basically said that what you said was that you would not cheat because you figured you could just leave.
Bingo.
Yeah, because I don't see the whole reason for cheating. I mean, I truly don't. Even if you get in a relationship and you choose to go, I mean, why choose to cheat when you can just leave? I mean, because the excuses from the people around me and like y'all say you acted out the behavior of your environment. Well, I grew up around all of that. The gangsters, the hustlers, pimps, players, cheaters, all of it.
Where you from?
And none of it looked appealing to me. So I never did none of it.
Oh my, where
and
you
I
from?
just I don't get how some people who let the environment make them and then blame it on the environment when I grew up right in the middle of all of it too. But I also grew up around 2 marriages, my aunts and uncles, who met each other and literally till death did them part. So I've grown up with 2 marriages around me that is absolutely the marriage that I have now, that I can't see myself without my wife. And I can't see myself cheating and doing something that I know is going to hurt her if she finds out. So I don't know. I guess it's just me that because I grew up around more negative than I did positive, but that positive is still there. Mm-hmm. And so I chose to stay on this positive side and not just purposely hurt somebody because I can be sneaky and get away with it, because I'm a truck driver too. I've driven out of state too. So I mean, but there's nothing. I mean, like what is Daryl? Like he was saying that the enemy knows what you want, and he's this close to falling back into it. But that's what I mean. Why? Why be this close to falling back into it?
I mean, if you don't struggle with no temptation, then I'm like, are you even human? It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're a cheater or if you're gluttonous or if you love spending money. Temptation is just that, temptation.
Okay, that part.
Okay. So look, everybody says, Adam and Eve ate, the apple or forbidden fruit. Well, my forbidden fruit is different from your forbidden fruit. My forbidden fruit is big booty women with knock knees. So I mean, it is what it is.
He said knock knees. I can't.
Yeah, we both was like,
not knock knees. No,
I'm just saying, my forbidden fruit is different from somebody else's. Yours may be overspending or whatever the case may be. So
yours like the knees touching.
That's just a forest fire waiting to happen. They shit.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Forest fire.
I love it.
That ain't
But I'm
even
just
sexy
saying,
in
though.
a thigh-high boot, friend.
Child, please. That's just a mess.
But you get my point. My point is, everybody's has something that can bring them down just like that, no matter what it is. Mine just so happen to be.
Keep the hoes away from him once he get into a committed relationship.
Yeah, we know. You need somebody to be your fucking accountability partner. No knock needs. Please.
I got one. I got one now, so it's all good.
Okay, good for you.
All right, so hold on. We got a question right here. So Tia said, Nakia helped me to see myself in everything that happened in my life. I was locked in victim mode, but thank you. Cheating is not my cup of tea. I was told today that being a mistress was logical. Men, explain to her what the hell made him say that. Or is that just some bait?
Marcus, wait a minute, who told her that though?
Yeah. Yeah, who told her that? Person told her that. That's the judgment. That's like what's the name of his character? Question his character, the man. Who told her that?
Who told her that? Because is it the dude that
or was it a woman who told you this?
It's a dude.
She said he.
She said he. It's a dude that wants her to be a mistress to his.
I was told that being a mistress was logical. She didn't say he.
No, she does say please explain
God's what made him say that. Okay, my bad.
It's a dude.
I know what I read. Well, don't you sass me on this damn computer. I don't give a damn.
Friend, you know, we're going to get back to that sass moment because I know what I read. Marcus, what you say to that? That's what the dude said to her.
Okay. Please explain, guys, what made him say that, or is it bait? Well, she already knows that it's bait. So what I would say to that is, like they've already said, you need to watch what you like about this guy. Before you wind up in an entanglement. It's not that you want to cheat, but again, you like what you like. The situation might work for you. I'm not speaking on your character or anything. That's what happens. It happens. Yeah, don't want it to happen for her. She seems like a nice young lady. But if you feel like it's bait, then look, it's bait.
It is bait and run.
No, is that bait? Absolutely.
I just want to know who said it to her.
Especially if you so Tia, explain to us who this guy is. Is this someone that you're interested in? Is this someone whom you have met and that whom you were talking to? Explain to us who this guy is. Because
if you got skates, girl, keep on skating. If you got some tennis shoes on, just run. Just run. Just run.
And don't look back. Because that is bait. That's bait for a situation that you don't even really want to be in. So why? Let me say this. This one of the things that I have now learned is not to entertain things that are not serving. You understand what I'm saying? If it ain't serving, I ain't entertaining it. Point blank. Period. If you're a man and that's how you want, if I'm not poly, right? Then you can't introduce me into that. You can't introduce me into that lifestyle and into that world because I'm not poly. Right? If I want to be in a monogamous, committed relationship, then that's what I'm going to be in. And that's what I want. And no one's going to convince me of otherwise and try and get me to not go after what I want. You know what I'm saying? Unless I choose
if you're number one, don't settle for number two.
That. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. You will always be number one. Don't settle for number two. Ever. Because that is a clear indication you're not going to be number two for sure. I'm number one. I'm never the two.
I know when I was out there messing with married women, right? I knew that I felt that position was the best for me because, hey, I couldn't spend no real time with her. I couldn't buy her no gifts. I couldn't do any of those things. You know what I'm saying? That right there made it appealing. Now, it was as wrong as two left shoes, but it did make it appealing. So if this guy is saying this to her, then I'm seeing it from a male perspective. If I got a side piece, then she gets money, she gets gifts, she get everything. You're paying her to be quiet, and if that's what she's getting fed, then that's what he's trying to do. You're paying her to keep her mouth shut.
Well, get the girls that like to get paid to shut their mouth. I know a lot of them work for me.
Exactly.
He kind of sound like my cousin though.
I sound like who?
His cousin with the 12 women. Keish, what you got to say? Go ahead, Keish.
Well, mute yourself. To me, when he would have said that to me,
I would have just told him, look, if you want that, go get that, because I'm not that.
Right,
So,
right.
secondly, when he did mention, about being a side piece or whatever, we're not Betty Wright. We're not going to be your side piece, and we're not going to settle for partial. And if you don't tell a man how to treat you, that man is going to treat you the way he wants to treat you. So you're going to be the side piece. You're going to be the second person. You're not going to get what that wife or that other woman gets, because you're lowering your self-esteem to what he wants you to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if he leave her, trust me, it won't be you.
That position gonna open right back up.
Mm-hmm. And that's and that's the repetitive nature of the cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because then it becomes now what we and the truth of the matter is what we now have is we now have a lot of people that are entering into the world of being polyamorous, right? If I and here's the thing with that even as well, because if a cheater has a problem with being dishonest, then poly is not even going to be the answer, because poly requires transparency. Poly requires communication. Poly requires understanding. There's so many different levels that it actually requires, that if you're not mature on that level, you won't even be able, you're not going to be able to fathom that your day is Monday because on Tuesday I need to go see so-and-so. You're not going to be able to understand it, right? And then it goes back into us. Every person has to set their boundaries and set their expectations. And this is the thing. And this is why I think that in this world today where everybody's message is you can't expect nothing from nobody. And it's like, no, that's absolutely false. Because every day you wake up with the expectation or the anticipation for something or for someone, right? So I think that sometimes what we have to do is we have to understand realistic expectations. What is realistic for my life? And how do I go about getting this realistic ass expectation for my life? I can only speak from the standpoint of I'm not a cheater, but the reason why I'm not is because I never want to cause someone else the same amount of pain that was inflicted upon me, right? The psychological damage that me being cheated on did to me, I said, I can't do that to someone else, right? The damage that it caused me to have to be able to repair as a wife or even as a girlfriend of being cheated on. And then you have to constantly rebuild back up your heart, rebuild back up your trust, there's a constant state of rebuilding. But what I don't, and I think Daryl and Marcus and maybe even Omar, what y'all could really and truly help me to understand is, because I know Marcus, I think last week you said you had cheated like maybe once or twice or something.
No, I didn't say that.
You had never did?
Hold up.
Oh no, wait, Marcus, you did say that you was a side, right? There was a side in there somewhere.
I was, I know my role, and I own up to what I did. I was the dude that the chick when they went on a break, and most of the time I verified to make sure they was on a break, not so the dude know that I was talking to the girl, because there's rules to that too.
That's true.
You gotta play your part. You gotta shut up. Play your part. Shut up. Play your part. Shut up. When it's over with, it's over with. It is what it is. Play your part and shut up. Not that anybody can come back at me for it, because they don't know. And the ones that would tell won't tell because it's me.
Now, what if you catch feelings doing that though? And she say, "Okay, I'm done," and
I have.
You don't feel nothing after that.
I have caught feelings doing that, and like I said, I did that when I was in my 20s. But I can tell you, I got started in that because of a bad breakup. It was this girl that I liked, and it just ended bad. So I just didn't care. And so I was introduced to that lifestyle by a friend in philosophy class. Yeah, because I took notes. So I would let her borrow my notes, and she educated me on some game. And so she passed, and I was passing too. And I'm gonna leave it there.
Y'all was all passing.
We all were passing.
That's right.
I mean, that's how it is. You can get groomed in different ways. I mean,
Well, see, I did my cheating in my 20s also. And once I got past that stage, that was it for me.
Yeah,
Elegance, what you got? Go ahead, Marcus, and then Elegance.
I don't think I could cheat right now in my 30s because I'm older, and not saying that older people can't cheat. I'm talking about me. I'm too eager to tell you the truth.
Exactly. Same here. I tell myself a lot.
I think now I would just feel guilty.
Yeah.
It would be a guilt thing for me now because I have conviction now. I didn't have conviction back then.
I had conviction back then too. I'm just saying right now, I'm just too eager to tell a person the truth. Like, this is what it is. It is what it is. It came out. And I'm not the person that would cheat on a person, then tell them. I'll tell them before I do it. Like, I'm kind-hearted, but when I'm in a space, I'm in a space. And so that's why I say it's not for me because the way I am, I'm not wired that way. I can't say I can't cheat. It's not for me.
I think anybody has the propensity to cheat, but everyone has to decide the purpose that it would serve. I think any and everybody could cheat. You could. Mm-hmm. Omar, you could. If you could. It's just not. It's what Marcus just said. It's not for you. That shit
really comes down to a choice.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just like you said that he tell on himself. Same here. Because like we said, we all got temptation. Well, mine is electronics, so my second home is Best Buy.
See?
So I'm forever.
Now let some woman come up to you and be like, "Hey, I got that. What you looking for? Just follow me, like right here. I got you, but you got to get that."
I ain't met a billionaire yet, so
but
it
wouldn't be the woman to turn my head though.
But the woman got that thing in her hand though.
The woman got that electronic in her hand.
She got it in her hand though.
When she get what she want,
right?
You gonna turn that head and look at her to get what you want.
Exactly.
And that's what we'll do it. So I have overspent a lot in Best Buy. And there's been times that I didn't even want to tell my wife, but she looked right at me like, "All right, what'd you spend?" And then I break down and say it. Just that fast. I didn't told on myself. So I can't be dishonest like that and go out and cheat because I will end up telling them right when I come home. I'm gonna end up telling them myself.
Nah.
I'd be scared to cheat.
You be scared, Keish?
I will be scared to cheat because it's so many diseases going around.
And that too.
Like, I don't want to bring it home to my family because, I'm clean. So then I got to look at, well, dang, who the hell did I sleep with? Hold on. Can I call this dude and tell this dude, hey, you need to go to the clinic because I'm burning. And I know I ain't been there with nobody but you.
No, I'm burning.
Okay. So now you got me burning. I don't know if your wife is already burning, like,
that hoe already burning.
That's what I'm saying. She probably Felicia somebody going with the mailman and stuff, and he gave it to her and stuff.
Hot Pockets.
We don't know where we got it from. Nah,
Tyler Perry. Like
everybody
why
just
get married?
Right.
So, I don't want no penicillin shot. Unless you giving me something for some pain or something like that.
Boom.
I don't want that.
I don't want that either. I don't want none of that. Let me tell you, and people laugh all you want, but I mean what I'm saying. You can't have 2 raw dicks. I don't care what nobody say. And y'all shouldn't be going up in more than 1 raw pussy. Period. You can't do that.
Yes, you can.
Don't put your mouth on
everything. You shouldn't do that.
Guess what?
Yes, you shouldn't. You shouldn't do that.
Let me say
I'm so done with this conversation. Like, what the fuck?
You can't be done with the conversation being the whole advocate.
Right.
I'm here in the middle. You see, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of the grid because I'm here. I'm even. But I ain't never met no billionaire. So that's why I could say I will never cheat because I've never met a billionaire.
And
I like money.
I don't got to pay.
Huh?
Hey, but some people are willing to pay.
Damn right. That's why I'm an advocate for the hoes. You think I do shit for free? No such thing.
I definitely ain't doing that for free. You about to ruin my life. It better be worth something.
It better be worth something.
No, not for free.
I said it last week.
Topic.
Give me all the amenities.
One of my friends was trying to mess with one of my other friends. And he said she asked him for some money. He said, no, boo. He said, you got to pay because you don't get nothing for free over here. And I'm definitely not giving you nothing for free. I got a girlfriend. well, I don't care. I just want to be with him. I think he cute and stuff. Okay, so you just want a dick with some dollars and thinking that's funny. That's not funny.
So wait a minute. Who had to pay? She had to pay. Who was paying?
Okay. The point is, what she did was when she asked him for some money, he told her, he said, no, you have to pay because guess what? We both got to keep our mouth shut. You may be single, but I know the other dudes you messing with. I'm not single. I got a woman at home. So we both got to keep it quiet. So we got to go do something for some. Hey, we got to make it work.
Did they sign up to my registry?
No, they ain't signed up to your registry. Lakeisha just put game right there. You see what I'm saying?
Because I like the way he was talking. Playing. He was talking the right language.
He was talking the right language, but she thought she had.
She was stigmatized. She was all up in here. Her computer was not computing. She ain't get it.
It wasn't computing. Her math wasn't mathing. What?
Baby.
It was.
Let me tell you. She didn't think. She thought she was gonna go and get with this man and not, do nothing or not have to pay nothing. Everybody has to pay a cost to get something.
Everything has a cost, but I don't appreciate him threatening her with snitching though.
He wasn't threatening. No, he didn't.
He wasn't threatening because
he gave her information.
When Mad Day come and she get pissed off, she's gonna go on his Facebook page and tell his woman that he been cheating with her. So around about it goes.
So it's like a contract. We will fuck each other over if we both coming out and coughing up something.
I like that.
I gotta put that into the manual.
Yeah, y'all better get Gail contract. There's contractual agreements that goes on.
I like that. I really do. That they put me onto some game.
Agreements, okay? Listen,
we gonna be fucking off.
Sign on this dotted line.
We both gonna be giving up something.
Tell. That's in that escape song. You're gonna be my little secret.
Yes.
The music ain't nobody gonna be nobody's secrets no more because guess what? They want what the wives get, babe. You can't get a diamond ring because the wife got a diamond ring. You can go right down there to the jewelry store and get you a little bitty ring.
I mean, they could have a diamond looking crystal.
Swap me with it.
We live in a time now. We live in a time now where side piecing is being glamorized. I mean, Whitney Houston, a #1 song. I'm saving all my love for you. The biggest side piece song of all time. So what? I mean, come on. What do you do? I mean, even Stevie Wonder, Part-Time Lover. Come on now. I mean, side piecing has been there.
Yep.
It's out there.
But side pieces are being played out right now too because some of the side pieces not understanding they can't stay in their place.
Right.
I get it, but I couldn't do it nowadays because it's too. First of all, I ain't got the energy. Second of all, everybody talk too doggone much looking for a come up.
That's it right there.
Because nobody don't want to be honest. If you be honest and say I don't fuck, you gotta fuck for a buck. You wouldn't do that.
But when he told me that I wasn't the only one as the only side piece. Boo, you the other side piece, and the other one, and your wife, y'all can go about your business. And guess what? You ain't getting nothing from me. All them can pay for what they want for you, but this one ain't gonna pay. So when I didn't get this no money out, boo, it ain't happening.
I ain't dishing no money out for no dick. I don't give a damn what the dick got. I'm not dishing.
I didn't even know my fellas was doing it like that. I only know about the women's doing it like that. But I ain't mad at them though. I ain't mad at the fellas for doing it like that, but I ain't.
No, some of these men, they really do be doing it like that.
It's called gigolos. I just didn't know they existed.
It's not gigolo. It's part of the game. You can't.
I know the game too, Mark, because I help invent the game right nowadays.
I know. But there's guys that are on top of their stuff. They're on top of their stuff. They make sure.
But I'm a little rusted. Clearly, I didn't know this. Marcus and your ass is married or something. So why you even know this shit? How you know more than me? And I never was married or in a relationship ever because I ain't never been here yet.
No. I don't know more than you. I just know what I did.
What you used to do?
Yeah, I was successful at what I did. I don't do that no more.
Yes, put that out there.
I don't do that
no more, brother. He good. He clean now. He clean.
Yeah, she knew that before we got married.
She knew you was clean, child.
Just in case somebody walked up on me and was like, I know. Yeah, that was me. Not anymore. The Lord done saved me.
Okay, so can I ask a question? Do you think some men need a lot of women? And let me quantify that. I say that because when Tiger Woods had a bunch of women, he was at the top of his game.
He sure was.
As soon as he was found out, now, I mean, he can barely play golf anymore now. Yeah. So, do some people need a lot of women
to make them be in the A game on their toes?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just that his motherfucking ass got old.
That may work for some people, but my cousin with the 12, he's just catching hell every day. So I don't get it.
But he ain't Tiger Woods.
Yeah, but I think you're talking apples and oranges, right? Because sometimes, so when you think of celebrity and you think of all the women that they carry and all that other extra stuff, that comes with a whole different level of crap, for lack of better words, right? Because what we don't see is what goes on behind the scenes with all of this mixing and matching that's going on with all of this stuff and all of that stuff. So what happens is the outlet probably is how he was hitting them balls on that golf court. You know what I'm saying? But
I thought you were talking about some other balls.
But you know what? It's just room for everybody. Let's just say that.
I'm just saying.
I got lost for a moment.
Which caused him to, which caused him to focus more on his game.
You done woke me up.
When you dealing with all that right there, sometimes the best thing you can do is focus on your career. Boom. Because right now it's me and this right here. Because I know when I leave here, this hoe about to get on my nerve. That hoe about to get on my nerve. This one about to be wanting my time. This one about to say congratulations.
But how do you focus on your game?
Listen, I want to know how to juggle
on your ear.
Listen, because think of it this way, right? I think of it like this. I could have during a time in my life where I was going through some of the most traumatic shit. The one thing I could focus on was my job. I need to get paid. Mm-hmm. All this stuff that's going on out here don't matter when I got to focus because I need to get paid. I need to make my money. Mm-hmm. You're not good if you begin to fuck up my money. I gotta leave you alone, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes people can manage all of this because it's not messing up their money. But when you start to mess up my money, now I got to reassess some things here. Now I'm not gonna say that Tiger Woods was on his A game because he was messing with a whole bunch of women and then he get married. Next, you know, he got DUIs and car accidents and children and stuff. I'm not.
He look 99 years fucking old because he don't even claim black. So fuck him.
But you know what though? I think it did. I think that all of those women helped his confidence and it transferred to the golf course. It wasn't just Tiger. I mean, you got Michael Jordan, you got CEOs, you got
Mike didn't cheat till later. Don't put Mike in that.
I'm just saying you got some president. I'm just saying, well, that you know of.
No matter
that you know of.
Or later,
because stories came out. Stories came out about Mike later on though. Hey, he's my favorite player of all time, but I'm just saying.
Chicago,
you came to the end. Here, you came defending. Whether it's sooner or later,
don't put him in it.
Done.
I'm just saying, the only one that didn't do it probably was Kobe, but he got caught with the white girl in Colorado. God rest his soul.
Kobe did it more than once, boo. You need to follow that. Kobe did it more than once. God rest his soul. Kobe did it more than once.
I was just saying, but
all
I'm just saying, high achieving people. I think sometimes high achieving people need, that type of thing. I don't know.
It's not high achieving people.
It's an ego boost.
It's normal people. It's normal people that work a 9 to 5 too, because their self-esteem. Some of them self-esteem is so low that they gotta sit out here and go and get all these women, or either go get all these men.
And some of them was fat and ugly as children. So then when they lost all their good weight and all that stuff, and then they start looking real good as they get older and stuff. And next thing you know, all these hoes want them because they got this money and stuff. All of that boosted up that confidence, that ego. Next to they slinging that thing left and right.
Hold up.
And some of them are just that for materialistic things that you can give them.
Hold up. Before we switch. No, wait. Hold on. Before we switch.
Shit. Go ahead.
It's some nice, robust men out there slinging it too. We didn't have to lose weight because when we came into the realization of, dang, these girls want the big guys too. We was in there.
Like, big niggas matter. Come on.
We've always mattered. Girls didn't know. I ain't gonna
know.
What they say. I ain't gonna even hold you.
Matter.
I was the big guy smashing the skinny guy's girl. It is what it is. Don't be on no break when Teddy around.
Nikita said everyone need a lot of women. Nikita, you know what?
Now, Kia, you said the big guys that self-esteem, they be ugly and all this stuff you say.
No,
they
I
was
said
fat.
some of them. I said some of them was fat, ugly as kids and stuff. So then when they got older,
it's the rock. It's a rock in the building.
Because you already know. And then next thing you know, they got money, they got status, and then
okay,
all
yours
these
didn't have
women,
money, yours didn't have status. So what was his problem?
Hell up. We ain't talking about Fatty. We over Fatty. Fatty is over. We ain't even talking about Fatty.
That's
when
why
I
I'm
got
high,
with Fatty, when I got with
leaders
Fatty,
in the church,
my aunt had
leader
just
church
we ain't even talking about that bullshit with leaders in the church and that fake ass power. I'm not talking about that.
Don't do that.
Please don't, because I will read everyone up here that really sit up here and think somebody really be after all that shit. Now, let me explain Fatty so we can leave Fatty alone.
Okay.
Let's explain Fatty. At the time in which I met Fatty, my aunt had just died.
God bless.
So I was going through a grief process. Sometimes when you're grieving and them niggas come into your realm and you thinking that they God's gift to whatever, you're vulnerable, you're open, and therefore you might do things that you would not normally do. Fatty was someone I would not have normally done if I wasn't going through a process at that time of grief. There was a lot of things going on at that time, especially with my aunt, because her and I were extremely close. So,
okay, friend.
Fatty is chalked up to the grief process. Okay.
Period.
So we're not going to keep bringing fatty ass up because I don't give fatty ass no play.
Period.
Period. That's how that shit works.
That right.
And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Hello.
Right.
A fat lamb.
Fleece was white as snow. You hear me? Fuck Fatty.
Okay.
And all the shit that he rolled up in on. All the women he cheated with. All the women he's still cheating with. All the shit he got going on. All that stuff.
Put his business out there, Lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
the business follows me. They be inboxing me. I don't be up in here in their business. The business inbox. Can you please? No, I'm not helping none of y'all hoes. Read the book. Y'all know who he is, and you still choose to be with him. Deal with all the crap that come with that man, because you already know this is his pattern of life. Okay, I can't help people that refuse to see patterns of life. I can only help people that want to see the light, not the patterns. I ain't dealing with none of that. So
okay, but now, Kia, now you said you whoever Fatty is, you said he was the grief process or whatever. But
yeah, he was.
When I lost my grandmother and the grief hit me, I didn't deal with nobody. So how could you even let it slide in the door? Because nobody could get next to me when I found out about my grandmother.
You know, I think
everybody's grief process is different.
Yeah, everybody grief process.
Here and have and hold the conversation and try and stick a lot of things in this cookie cutter approach either. Like everybody's process, a way of processing all these things that come with life is different. And so for you, it may not have been a thing where somebody was able to get close to you. But for somebody else, that person was able to get close to another person just because when you lose somebody, you're losing a connection. Like we sitting here, we having this whole discussion. Listen, the way I feel about this shit, man, for real, is that cheating, we all know that, it's for some, not for others, however way you want to look at it. But before the cheating happened, there's an issue in the relationship. And it's an unaddressed issue in the relationship. And so if you don't address the relationship, you don't start the relationship off with setting boundaries, and let it be known the shit that you will and will not put up with. If you don't deal with your shit, then there's a possibility that you could either be the cheater or be cheated on. But let's not just try and put everything in a fucking cookie cutter position and think, oh, because it didn't happen to me, it can't happen to somebody else. That's just not your story.
It can happen to anybody.
Yep.
And you could be doing all the right things and it still happen to you.
Yep.
Sure can.
You could be bringing in money. You could be a freak at home. Everything the person wanted.
Yep.
You just were the person who's self-consumed.
Been there, done that.
Oh yeah.
Well, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was not Fatty's freak. Fatty refused to take. No, I was not Fatty's freak. I sure was not. Nope. Next. I don't care. There was mitigating circumstances to that shit. I was not go dope. I be your little freak. Nope, wasn't your freak. Sorry, couldn't help you. Count on those one hands how many times we had sex. That's the shit he said. I said, well, that's how many times your ass took a shower, nigga. Now, what you should have.
Well, everybody, y'all have a good night. Cause
what you should have done. Okay.
We're gonna
and you know what? Because that's real, right? True story, right? Now, I didn't know this. You know what I'm saying? Because prior to all that shit, he put on the facade. He took freaking showers. Then next thing you know, we get married. I was like, well, what the I could count on one hand how many times I had sex with my wife. I said, well, that's how many times you had to take a shower since we've been married. Absolutely not. Take more showers. I don't know what to tell you.
What did I come back into? Damn.
It should have been annulled at that very second when you said
it
that.
Really should have been, but it got annulled. I ain't even gonna hold you. It got annulled. The process started about 2 months after that shit was spoken. Because it was spoken. That's what it was. Honestly, and the truth of the matter is the divorce process actually started way before I actually filed for the annulment because I thought I had to file for divorce. But no, when I learned that I could really get this whole thing annulled because I had proof of the fact that he was already married to someone else when we got married, once that proof came, I was like, oh no, we transferring this whole shit. This is about to be annulled. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I understand that there's levels to cheating, right? His level, he probably at like level 100 with that shit. Like his cheating abilities goes way beyond what is reasonable and customary for life. That nigga right there, he just had multiple. He had 3 of us married to him at the same time in 3 different states. That's multiple. You like up here with your abilities. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody do. That's why I'm like, his level is different. His level of cheating, his level of manipulation, his level of all of that stuff is just very different. Everybody got all their good levels of this cheating abilities and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to really bring out this topic and really talk about it, because at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is we consider, I laugh, I joke, I do all of that. I really do. Cheating for me is one of the most disgusting things you could ever do to a human being, right? To a human being. And that goes across the board because of what it does to the person thereafter. Then I'm going to say this. Becoming a cheater is probably one of the most treacherous things that you could do to yourself. Why? Because it lowers your value. True story, because it really does. Because when another person views you, that's the lens that they see you in, right? At the end of the day, that's the lens that they see you in until you decide to do what? Change. Because in the whole scheme of things, right? And I ain't talking about this fake church world, because I ain't talking about them, because they seem to love all the cheaters of the world. I'm not talking about that fake world. I'm talking about in the actual real world, real life scheme of things. The average person, when they know a person is a cheater, you're looking at them, you're a little cockeyed. We don't know whether or not we could really trust you, right? Because there's a certain level of distrust that goes along with it. Because if you can cheat, you're already exuding dishonest behavior. So we cockeyed at you a little something. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when you can reduce yourself down, and this is Nikia's opinion. Like I said, I just have an opinion on this shit. For me, when you can reduce yourself down to a cheater, you have literally just devalued your whole self. And then you have also done damage to your own character, your own integrity, your own morality, your own vision and version of you and who you're supposed to be. Now, I believe anybody can reform from cheating. I do believe that. I believe that anybody can be redeemed from cheating. Here's my issue with some of y'all cheaters. You lie because you try and act like you ain't never cheated. You did.
That's what
be honest with your shit.
Be honest and straightforward. You never know. Some people might like to be with cheaters. You might get to somebody. But if you gotta lie about it all the
else?
time, be honest. Hell, I done cheated. I know I did. I just said I did earlier. It's no shame in my game because I'm a grown ass woman. I grew out of that. But if you sit back and you just want somebody to be with you and be like, oh girl, I ain't never cheat on my man. You stop lying. Cause you did. Cause that came out of your mouth. You did.
Welcome. That does not be the only one.
So I think like I hear what you're saying, Kia. I hear what you're saying, Lakeisha. I hear what all of y'all saying. I think equally deplorable is the people that cheat with the person who's married. Because we don't talk about the things that cause either. You know he married and you still want to sleep with him. You still want to cheat with him. You know he got somebody on the side, but you still want to do and get it. So there is a responsibility.
You talking about the side pieces?
Yeah.
The mistresses and they say the men ones, they call them the misters. I didn't even know that. I had to look that up. I'm like, what the hell are men's side pieces? Anyway,
but you got to understand too, when some women, I'm not taking up for anybody, but I know in my case, when I met the guy, he told me that he was getting a divorce. Okay, I'm believing, trying to trust you and everything like that. Not even with the wife. He spent time with me, not with the wife. So I'm believing that you getting a divorce, y'all separated, you don't even stay in the same city she stay in no more. You stay in the same city I stay in. So not knowing that you still haven't filed for divorce, you lied. When I finally found that out, that was it for me. Because first of all, I'm a woman like she is. I hurt. I done been in her shoes. I done been where friends done slept with my ex-husband and be in my face all the time. So I know how it feels. So I cut ties with all of that. Stop texting, stop talking, babe. Look, until you show me paperwork and documentation, don't come to me.
And you know what? And let it be signed, sealed, delivered from the judge. Because I got tricked up in that bullshit too. What you know what I'm saying? People.
Case number.
Listen.
Case number.
Just be by your damn self. Damn.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you could do it. You was born by yourself. That's okay. Shit, you gotta do too much to be with somebody. You gotta fight and all that. You gotta prove your love and prove your fucking identification like they the police. Fuck it. Just be by your goddamn self. This don't make no motherfucking sense. Damn.
There's too much going on, friend. You the whole advocate. That's why you be advocating for them hoes.
But I get paid for that. See, this shit is for free. I like to get paid. Let the hoes do what they do. Pay me my retainer fee.
A whole retainer fee.
That's it. We don't gotta talk about it. You do whatever you want to do with your loins. That's your business.
The loins is their business, friend.
That's their business. Shit. I ain't gotta take you to the doctor. You a grown ass person. If they on fire, walk a flock of flames, that's on you. Not on me. That ain't got to do with me. Shit.
No hot pockets in 2022.
Hot pockets and everything else. I don't give a fuck them. Hot Micanites, whatever you got rocking up in there, that's on you.
Let me
hot
help you.
Cheetos,
and you know
whatever you got.
Because let me help some of y'all men now. Because you want to know how you could tell when a woman got a hot pocket? I'm going to tell you how you could tell. Sex shouldn't have a smell.
Not at all.
That. Hello, Keish, am I lying?
Not at all.
If the sex got a smell, she a hot pocket. Go get your peen cleaned out.
And not just that.
This shit is all wrong.
If she's offering it too fast, hey, she done been around the block too much, and it just look at it. It's go have that little thing just sitting there. It's too, yeah.
I'm just trying to help the men out.
She said two.
Fuck is
a two?
Hey, look.
So you gotta help the people.
Let me tell you, from a woman's standpoint and from a medical standpoint, if you go down there and you looking at it and it's out of whack like it been in water too long, she ain't right.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Me and Letitia would have been friends in college.
I can't tell you. I'm telling you, as a medical personnel, you will see different for JJs because they have the different shapes to them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you sit in the water too long and you look at yourself and you see that your lips are kind of getting a little wrinkled, if a woman come to you and her lips are still wrinkled and she ain't been in a tub in front of you, that means something is wrong, boo. Watch that.
Thank God I don't do those. I'm good.
Cheaters beware. Man, you get medical advice. You
done took the podcast to another level. We got medical advice on this joint.
Here we go. Peep before you cheat.
That's it right there.
Peep. You gotta give it this. You gotta give it this.
Before you cheat.
You better smell before you taste, boo.
Oh!
Wow. I'm learning something.
You better come on here and learn.
I'm just saying, when you drink something, you be sniffing around the edges right before you drink out the cup. Sniff around that before you taste it, boo.
I ain't get paid for this, kid. You didn't tell me this. You ain't tell me.
And guess what, women?
I am
the same
sorry.
thing
Go
with
ahead,
them,
boo. Keep talking. You giving us knowledge and stuff, but I'm just gagging.
We are all grown.
We are
have
all
been
grown.
through
Some
the
of y'all are
transformation
old.
of cheating.
Saying
We
that.
have been through the transformation of being. We grew. So once you grow, you have to learn a lot of things that you've been through the past. And so you wouldn't go through the same thing in the future.
Sure.
So if you down there, I'm just saying, men that's married, if you down there on your wife and you smell something you haven't smelt in all these years y'all been together, baby, get her rights.
That's true.
Both of y'all
so
go to the doctor so you can know if you got it from her already before she give it to you or whatever. But you make sure you look at it correctly and make sure you smell it correctly. I'm just being real.
Okay.
So just to be clear, you saying to avoid wrinkled up coochie.
Yes, you avoid wrinkled up coochie unless you done played with it and hit it too hard. Well, you done got it all out of whack.
This is when I leave. This is how I leave.
Okay.
Yeah. I leave. Y'all saw me leave. The door is closed. Like I gotta bang on his back to get out.
You know what?
Come on.
Y'all leave the wrinkled up puss alone unless you wrinkled it. Unless you wrinkled
them lips yourself. Don't go down there.
I'm like, I need chapstick. The fucking lips she talking about don't apply to me. I need chapstick.
Can you send pictures so we can understand what a wrinkled coochie looks like? I'm just playing.
No, don't send me no pictures. I'm good. No.
You can go on MD Web and pull up vaginal, and you'll see all the discharges and all that stuff that you need to be watching out when you go with these women.
Nah,
thank you, ma'am.
You are very welcome.
All of this.
Nah, I did that already. That was one of the good class.
That's just like the women. If you getting ready to go down on a man and he already pre-ejaculated, you better watch what he ejaculating.
Tell him, Keish. Tell him, Keish.
Fucking God.
Cheating to sex ed.
We in class right now.
Because you got to know the difference.
Yeah.
Y'all out here sharing puss and peen and don't even know what to look for. Ain't nobody got time to be sharing puss and peen in 2021. We about to be 2022, and y'all still sharing puss and peen.
Up coochie. I'm definitely gonna Google wrinkled up coochie.
Well, this is a little bit difficult. You know, we should be. Nobody sharing no money. Shit, I ain't in this conversation. That ain't my conversation.
Listen here.
Hey,
you gotta teach the people.
Maybe somebody's out there paying money for you to come wrinkle up theirs.
So I ain't doing no sex. I don't do sex. Fuck sex. Sex is for people that's broke. I like money. The fuck is I'm gonna do with that? It don't last that long. Money lasts a very long time. Sex don't. Y'all can miss me with that. This conversation is not about me. I'm above this. I'm above that.
But what if it's a billionaire?
You said what is it?
What if it's a billionaire?
Billionaire.
Well, he got to be old because he's been around for a long time to acquire that billion. And so we can look at each other and bat our eyes. That's sex.
No, not for him.
Wow.
He gets shit from me. I don't like. Everybody want a sugar daddy till the motherfuckers try to touch you, right? So nah, I'm good. But I want the money though. But I know how to finesse. I'm good. I never worked in about 4 or 5 years. I'm straight.
A mess. All right, let's see, y'all.
Don't Google wrinkled coochie. I will tell you that now.
Never mind.
Don't say wrinkled coochie. You're supposed to say vagina.
Oh,
he probably did Google wrinkled vagina. You did. Never mind. I'm not doing that.
You are really Googling this right now.
He is Googling.
I'm over this whole conversation. It went left from the cheaters to how the stuff supposed to look if you are a
she put me on game today.
Right.
I've seen my share of coochie before.
Look,
I've seen my share of coochie before.
That could be a new thing to your podcast. Kia's educational moment.
Exactly.
We just literally had a whole educational moment. Thanks to Keish as a medical professional. We you know what, Keish, we just thank you for coming on tonight and giving all the cheaters of the world the game of how not to cheat. Okay.
I came to recruit. Man. I was here. Give me my little check, my star.
Y'all need to start checking all the stuff y'all sharing around here. Okay.
I have brothers, I have sisters, so I know the nastiness stuff that go around.
Yeah, thank you for coming on here. It was unfortunately very appreciated.
He said unfortunately very appreciated. You know what? And that's how we go in today. Everything was unfortunately very appreciated.
Yeah, it was very appreciated.
As we talked about cheating, as we talked about the reasons of cheating, as we talked about the whys of cheating, as we talked about the hows of the cheating, and as I'm going to end this, I'm going to tell y'all, honest to God, stop cheating. It serves no purpose. It doesn't serve a purpose in your life. All it really does is ruin you as a person, as in your character, in your integrity, and your morality. Unless you do like Daryl did and get saved and find Jesus, and then you change. And we bless the Lord for transformation. But at the same time, stop cheating. What are you really doing with yourself, and what are you really doing to the other person besides hurting them?
True.
All you got to do is walk away and leave.
You don't come work for me. The Black Heidi Flies.
You know what? Go work for the hoes advocate, because he advocates for y'all hoes. But at least you'll be an honest hoe, because everybody will know you a hoe because you at the hoe advocate.
Because I'm damn sure gonna tell you too. Okay? It's gonna be an NDA, but I'm telling everybody that you still fuck with, that you a hoe. Because they need to know. Accountability check. We're gonna start doing that.
See, now. At least you keep your hoes accountable. Some
That's
of these
right.
hoes, these hoes don't be accountable to nobody. That's the problem. So at least you keep them accountable to being in part of the whole advocacy.
You a hoe.
You know, let them know. Just and then leave all us non-hoish ones alone.
People that don't want to be with the hoism won't be with the hoism.
Yeah, people that don't want you, leave them alone. If you can't commit to being monogamous, then be over there with your whole self. It's okay.
I like hoes because I'm a
cheater. Be whatever. And you want to know something? There's a whole world out here for everybody that cannot do monogamy. There is a world out here for you.
I like that whole world.
There is a
world. I like that. You done gave me a coin. You coined me a phrase. Thank you, friend.
You welcome, friend.
Everything is right.
I love hoism.
There is a world out here for you, and sometimes you have to go find the world that matches who you are and find that world. But in the process of that, stop hurting innocent people. But find the world. I could be your
chief. We can make a village.
So you know what? Make the village with friend. Okay, find your world, and with that, we out until next week.
Bye.